I'll just head out.
Just know if you're back on property, you're gonna go to jail.
I'm about 4 months into my card counting journey now, and I already received some nice fan mail that I wanted to discuss. I received in the mail a trespass notice from one of my local spots. Due to the fact that I look 18, I have to scan my ID when I walk into casinos. I have gotten very minimal heat at each of these spots, so I was a bit surprised to see this in the mail. My current hypothesis is that surveillance caught me the last time I was there, but I had already left before they could back me off. Wanting to just put an end to my shenanigans, they decided to go back and get my information from the ID scan and mail me a trespass to put an end to it. Kinda unfortunate that they have such easy access to my personal information, but if I didn't let them scan my ID, they wouldn't even let me in the casino. I was a bit surprised that they went straight to trespass. However, I'm honestly not that mad because this was the worst game in my area, and it smelled like dookie. I am now officially banned from one of my 3 local spots. I had played here for 3 sessions, getting in just under 3 hours, and had actually lost $437.50 at this place. I find it funny that I got banned while also losing money. I now am down to only 2 local spots, so I figured I should probably start playing with a more conservative bet spread at my 2 other spots, and save my big bet spreads for trips and places that I won't go back to anytime soon. I still have my favorite casino at least, which is the closest to me, and I have gotten in plenty of sessions in here with no heat. I decided to try out my new smaller bet spread at their shop. I showed up and was already a little bit on edge because if the other casino has my name, they could have sent it to this place. I walk in the front door and the front door guard asks to see my ID. Usually they will take my ID, scan it in their little machine, and just hand it back. This time, however, when he went to hand it back, he hesitated for a second and leaned back down to look at his screen like something new had just popped up. He then hands my ID back to me and mutters out like a, "Good luck, man." As I'm starting to walk away, he then reaches for his shoulder to call something in on his radio. I knew I was cooked. In this moment, I thought about just walking back out the door, but they have my information, so I might as well make them back me off. I went to the bathroom to set up my camera, and when I walk out, there were 3 security guards all just standing waiting for me. Hey, good?
Security manager. They sent you a letter in the mail about being evicted from here.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, they sent it to you certified mail. Is your address? Yeah, so it's a letter that's being sent to inform you. If you choose to return or Clarksville Winter Circuit, you'll be committing criminal trespass, violation of Indiana Criminal Code, and will be subject to arrest.
Okay.
So
I need to sign this, or can I just head out?
you don't have to sign. Put refuse to sign.
Alright, I'll just head out.
Just know if you're back on property, you're gonna go to jail.
Okay.
Okay.
One morning, man.
All right.
It's quite the weird experience having 3 men just waiting for you to get out of the bathroom, especially when one of them excitedly yells your name when he sees you. I know these guys were just doing their job, but casinos in general just seem to focus on the wrong things. Clearly, these 2 casinos communicated with each other. Being trespassed from this place is actually a bummer. This has been my go-to casino so far on my journey. I had gotten in 8.5 hours of play in here and have won $4,720 in 5 sessions. And like I said earlier, I had experienced very little heat at this place. I feel like I could have gotten in another 9 hours at this place easily if it weren't for the fact that I look like Boss Baby and they have such easy access to my ID. Now I'm down to just 1 casino that is reasonably close to me. And if these 2 casinos both had my ID, I'm assuming that they shared it with the 3rd one too. I'm not an expert on this by any means, I'm still new and learning, but I am aware that casinos use databases to track card counters. I'm really worried that my name is registered in a database that will now make it virtually impossible to get time in anywhere. If anyone knows more about what pops up when they scan your ID, I'd love to hear it in the comments, but I'm worried that if a place scans my ID now, there will be an alert that pops up that reads "Kick out immediately." Well, time to put my hypothesis to a test. Am I able to still get time in after having my ID scanned? My parents were taking a day trip to the next state over, and there just so happened to be a casino in the town that they were going to. I decided to tag along and test if I could get any time in here, with my main goal being to have my ID scanned at the door and see if they would instantly kick me out. I bought a copy of Current Blackjack News a while ago, and according to their reports, this casino is a database participant, so this would be a good test to see if I'm in one. I walked through security, and of course they asked to see my ID. I had it scanned, and a whole lot of nothing happened. They told me good luck, and I was on my way. Still not knowing if the coast was clear, maybe surveillance had to call security to come and get me, I went in and decided to get some playtime in. I played a little bit at another table that went negative, so I was already down $55 and was back counting this table for about 5 minutes. And the count had just jumped up to a true 1. This table was super crowded and there was only one spot open, so I won't be able to spread to 2 hands here. I legitimately sat down in the middle of a husband and wife because they had both thought that they had a lucky seat. I was pretty far back from the table, so we got a nice lay of the land. With the true 1, we have a $25 bet out, and we get dealt a 20 against the dealer 10, a pretty easy hand to play. We stand. Dealer draws to 17, we win $25, and with now a true 2, we stack our winnings on our old bet for a $50 bet. We hit our 16 into a 26 and bust. Next hand, we get a straight with our 3-4 against dealer 2. Hit into a 13 and stand. Dealer draws to 18 and we are now down close to $130. Count jumps up with all the small cards to a true 4, so we up our bet to $100. 15 against dealer 10 is a hit according to basic strategy, but at a count of true 4 or above, you are supposed to deviate from basic strategy and stand. I hear someone ask me to say the line. Dealer flips a 10 for 20 and that is minus another $100. I bought in for $300 and only have 70 left in red chips, so I put out a giant stack of red chips out there announcing all in, hoping the dealer folds to my bluff. Oh wait, get a blackjack. 19 against the dealer 7 is a pretty great spot to be in if you ask me. Dealer flips a 2 for 9, 4 for 13, and 10 for a bust. That's plus $70. I put another red chip on my stack to make it a nice $75. Stand on my pocket jacks and the dealer flips a 6 into 2 for 18, so we win $75 on the hand. Something kind of funny happens now. The husband and wife that I sat in between had been passing chips and money back and forth between hands. The wife felt bad, so she offered to switch me seats so they could stop reaching in front of me. I said sure, not realizing that my camera angle would now be blocked by this cup holder. But watch this. With a true 4, we put out a $100 bet and hit a blackjack right after switching seats with this lady. Haha! That's plus $150. Thank you for the lucky seat. She ends up drawing to a 15 against dealer 10, which is the same way I would have played it. And dealer flips a 10 for 20, beating my old seat. Count is now greater than a true 5, calling for my max $150 bet of this new bet spread. The lady to my left now hits a blackjack in my old seat, so we're even. And I am stuck with a 12 against dealer 8. Having a lot of room to work with, hoping for anything but a 10, and we hit a 10. GG, this seat sucks, minus $150. Count lowers to a true 3, so we lower down to a $75 bet. Lots of small cards coming out, and we eventually turn our hand to a perfect 21. Dealer draws to 18, so we win the hand, and with all the small cards out, it now calls for a max bet of $150. We stack our 6 green chips out there and get dealt a 17 against dealer 10. There's a weird feeling I get with a 17 against a 10 at high counts. I feel like I'm for sure going to lose, but it's kinda nice knowing that I can just stand, and I don't have to run into battle and die by busting. We watch as our fellow comrades bust out of the hand until it's the enemy's turn. Dealer flips a beautiful 2 into a 10 for a bust, and we just won $150. We are now up on the session. You know what? I kinda like 17s against a 10. With the shoe over, I decided to get up from the full table and head back to the other side of the pit with a less occupied table. I played a couple of hands at a true 1, and the count is now at a true 2, so we spread to 2 spots of $30 each. This is about to be one of my most fun hands yet in my card counting journey. My first hand, I get a pair of 2s, and my second hand is a nice 17 against dealer 6. 2 split against dealer 6, so we split our first hand. And I'll throw graphics on the screen because of my crappy camera work. Before you get mad at me, just know getting good footage in a casino is not an easy task. Alright, back to the hand. With our split 2s, we get another 2, so we now have 4 hands, so $120 out there. And on our first 2, we get a 9. We put another $30 out there to double our now 11. $150 on the line now, and you can't see it, but we just got a 7. Our second hand we hit, getting 3 more yummy small cards and stand on a 15. Our third and final 2, we get another 9. Put another $30 out there to double again. We spike a 10 for 21, so at least one of our hands is a safe bet. $180 on the line here. Dealer flips a 9 for 15, then a 10 for the bust, and we just won $180 on quite the fun hand. You gotta celebrate with the other players at the table after that one. These types of hands are the best part of playing blackjack. On top of winning a bunch of money, the count also shot up to now call for our max bet of 2 hands of $75. We hit our soft 18 into a hard 18 and stand on our 20, hoping the dealer flips a 7 so we win both of our hands. This was one of those sessions where everything was going my way. Dealer flips a 5, then a 2 for 17. We win both hands and $150.
You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning, you wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up.
Count now drops below a true 4, so we hit our 15 and bust.
Never change, you think I would look pretty.
Our other hand wins though, so a push on the hand.
And battle scars, but it always ends the same.
After this hand, I was sitting at a running 8 with about 2.5 decks left, was running through the numbers in my head while also thinking of my new bet spread, and landed on a true 2 and put out 2 $30 bets. Then I realized I should actually be putting $45 bets out there instead. As I'm going to do it on my second hand, the dealer starts dealing before I could get my second bet fixed, so I missed out on an extra $15 this hand. I chalked this one up to working with a new bet spread.
stopped asking for forgiveness, 'cause you should.
Something interesting happens this next hand that I didn't catch until editing this video. I slide out 2 bets of $45 with 1 green chip and 4 red chips in each spot.
Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment, 'cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh. They say
We get 2 fairly easy hands to play with a 20 and 18. We stand on both. Dealer flips a 3, another 3, then a 9 for the bust. We just won $90, right? And now watch as he pays out.
mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You
Did you notice anything?
do make me feel.
Let's watch it back again. This dealer paid me out in 5 red chips instead of a green and 4 reds. Then he goes to do it again on the second hand and notices the green on the bottom. I only got paid $70 on this hand instead of $90. Ultimately, this comes down to me not noticing the mistake, which is my fault. I was too focused on getting the right amount out for the next hand that I didn't even notice the lack of a green chip. I never would have known it either too if it wasn't for editing this video back. You guys think I should go back to the casino and show them this video for my $20 back? I guess this is a sign that if you're using different chip denominations in your bet, to be more vigilant with the payout. I've caught a couple of dealer mistakes live, but as far as I know, this is the first that has actually cost me money. I've been trying to be vigilant because I know dealer mistakes happen, but sadly I haven't noticed any that award me some extra money. Speaking of dealer mistakes, let's go to the very next hand now. Dealer draws to a 17, and the other guys at the table had been stacking their wins, so they just hit a nice payout and go crazy. I join in on the fun with some claps because I won my 18 and pushed my 17, right? Dealer starts to reach to take my bet. I stop him, and here's what I said. Hey, no, I thought you had 17.
You're right.
Oh my god.
Wait. 12, 16, 14, 17. You're right.
See, I told you I was trying to be vigilant. I caught this dealer mistake, but the missed payout on the last hand was missed. Grrr. Next time a dealer mistake works in my favor, I'm not correcting it. With the true count being right at a true 4, I could have split these 10s against dealer 6, but I decided that if I'm playing my lower bet spread to fly under the radar, splitting 10s wouldn't make much sense. I stand on both hands and dealer busts, so plus $90. True count now calls for my max bet of 2 hands of $75. We get 2 7s on our first hand and a 17 against dealer 8 on the second. We bust on the first hand and dealer flips a 10 for 18. We lose both hands at the end of the shoe. I had now been playing for an hour and 5 minutes, and nobody had come to back me off or trespass me. So safe to say I'm not in a database quite yet. We were only in town for the day, so I decided to color up after the shoe, booking a $600 win. Here's the graph of my overall profit so far counting cards. And with all my local spots kicking me out, there's only one solution for what to do next. By the time you're watching this, I will have already left to go on my first ever road trip, so stay tuned for that. This has been part 5 of my card counting journey. I want to thank you so much for watching and of all the great support so far in this series. This is Frog, signing off.